Hey y'all, welcome to the Fill-In Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes. If you could, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because we learn and we grow together, y'all. So with that being said, let's get started. We are looking at the VIX, and again, I like to look at the VIX because it kind of gives me an idea of what's going on with the SPY. As of right now, the VIX is trading sideways, or in a gathering spot, as I like to say, right? So as of now, pre-market support is around this 1594 area, and if we should lose that area, we can come back to this place here around, let's say, 1579. If we break that 1579 or 1580 area, we could very well come back to 1564. And if we break that 1564, we could find support here, let's say around 1536. If we should break that 1536, we have a lot of support in this area here, so I would definitely watch the VIX under 15, let's say 1517, 1512, let's say around 1510 or 1512. So those are going to be support areas for the VIX as of now. Now back to the upside. If by chance we break back above, let's say around the 1609 area, we could have trouble again at 1618, not far away. Breaking the 1618, we could very well come back to where the body of these candles are, which is around, let's say around 1630. Breaking the 1630 area, we could possibly have trouble 1641, and again at 1647. Now, if we break that 1647, I would watch the ATR trailing stop, which is around the 1664 area. Again, I look at the VIX because it kind of gives me an idea of what's going on with the SPY. When I see a difference in that, it lets me know that we're getting ready to have some type of move, the imbalance. Yes, so we are now looking at this SPY. We closed at 591.64, and as you can see, SPY is trying to break through this ATR trailing stop on this 30-minute chart. It is, in my opinion, a very strong area of support or resistance. Now, to the upside, where are the trouble places for the SPY? Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Trouble places for the SPY as of right now, we could possibly have trouble. It is breaking out of a gathering spot, which is interesting, meaning we could very well continue climbing. That's something to be mindful of. We can very well get rejected and come back down. That's why it's important to trade what you see. So as of now, 594.96 could be a trouble place. 595.16, again at 595.32. 595.97. If we break that 595.97, 596.45, and if we break that 596.71, breaking that 596.71, 597.10 could very well be a resistance area for us. 597.10. Yes, so I would watch those areas to the upside for the SPY. Now, to the downside, we could very well come back 599.85. Under that area, we could very well find support 593.49. And if we lose that area, we can come back to where this 200 EMA is around 592.86. Which is interesting that this is where the body of these candles are. So around the 592.93 or the 592.86 could very well be a support area for us. And as you can see, our ATR trailing stop is forming right here. So if we break that 592.86, we can find support here at 592.62. So that could be a support place. Under that, we can come all the way back to 591.57. Under 591.57, 590.89. And if we break that 590.89, I would definitely watch 590.16. So those are going to be, support or resistance areas, possible support or resistance areas for the SPY. If you trade the SPY today, trade carefully. We are now looking at Tesla. Tesla closed at 413.82. Tesla is interesting. It does what it does. I say that so often. Now we are looking at pre-market. It looks like we're finding support here around 416.36, which is not far from this area of support here or resistance here. So I will watch Tesla around 416.28 area as a support place as of now. Now back to the upside, if we break 417.48, we could possibly have trouble 418.36. If we break that, the ATR trailing stop is 419.34, 418. yes, 419.34. If we break the 419.34 area, we could very well come back to 422.22. I remember the twos, 422.22. And if we break that level for Tesla, we could very well have trouble. 424, breaking the 424, 425.39. And if we break that 426.43, breaking that 428.01. And if we should break that, we can come back and retest that 429 area. And that's interesting with Tesla. Now back to the downside, I would say again under the 416.28 area, 416 area, I would watch Tesla around 414.83 as a possible support area, 413.79 under that 412.02. And if we break that 412, that 412 has been, an area of support in my opinion. If we break that 412, 411.44, and if we break that 409.86 and under that 409.13, now breaking the 409.13, we can come back to the 407.89. 407.89 for Tesla. Tesla is an inside day candle today, and that means if we break above 424, we have an upside target of 429.99, I believe. Let's see. The target to the upside is 429.80. So if Tesla breaks above 424, the target is 429.80. Now to the downside, if Tesla should break under 409.13, we have a downside target of for Tesla at 405.66. So if you trade Tesla today, it is an inside day candle. Tesla does what it does. It just moves. It normally exceeds its ATR for the day, which is the average true range. So I say so often, y'all, trade carefully. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's look at AMD today, and it seems as if AMD closed at 118.44. It too is trading in this gathering spot here from 116 right here. This is where we are. Prices in this area, so I would watch above 119.48. We could possibly have trouble again in this area. If we break the 119.48, we can have trouble again at this ATR trail and stop around the 119.32. And if we break that level, we can come all the way back to 120.68, 120.91, 121.11, and if we break that 121.46, beyond that 121.78 could very well be a resistance area for AMD. Now it has a lot of moving averages as support that I would use as support here as of now, and under 119.03 we could very well come back to this area around 118.78, and if we break that area we can come back to 118.38, breaking the 118.38, 118.18 could be a very, support area for AMD. So if you're trading AMD today, I say trade carefully in the market. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. We are now looking at NVDA. NVDA closed at 133.57. It too is trading kind of like in a gathering spot. You see we had this area here marked of 134.91, and then we found that as a support area as of now. Where are the trouble places? Back to the upside, we would need to clear this 200 EMA around 135.37. If we break that area, 135.67, and if we break that 135, let's say 84, 135, yes, 135.84 could very well be a area of resistance, trouble place for us. That is strong in my opinion. Again, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Above the 135.84, we could very well have trouble. 136.17, 136.39, 136.67, 137.14, and again at 137.46. Those are going to be trouble places for NVIDIA to the upside. Anything is possible, right? It could very well break beyond that, right? Now to the downside, I would say, under this level of 134.73 or 134.91 area, we could very well come back to 134.64. And if we break that 133.70, and if we break that level 133.45, again here at 132.90, and if we break that 132.29, under the 132.29 area or 32 area, we could very well have support. 131.81, under that 131.81, there was one more. 131.62 and 131.18. Those are going to be trouble places or support areas and resistance areas for NVIDIA. So if you trade NVIDIA today, I say so often, y'all, trade carefully. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. I'm going to look at Netflix today. Netflix is a really good, if you can get in at the right time and out at the right time, you can make some really decent moves with Netflix. So as of now, we close at 842.37, and I like to mark my, areas of where price is gathered, right? So as of now, this could be a gathering spot for us because price has been trading in this zone here for Netflix, and it normally has some really big moves, let's say that. So as of right now, this is the area. Let me clear that. As of now, this is the area that I will watch. I always do that. Watch for Netflix. Support is around 841.90. Resistance around 844.79. And if we break that area, we can come back to this zone here around the 849.13, which, as you can see, the 200 EMA and the ATR trailing stop. So that's strong resistance for us as of now. That 840, let's see, 849.30 area, I would watch that for Netflix. So if I traded Netflix, I will put an alert above this to let me know it's broken through several layers of support. So if we break this area, we could very well come back to the 852, around the 852.63 area. And if we break that area, 854.99. And if we break that, 857.70. Those are going to be trouble places or resistance areas for Netflix. Now, under this level here of 841.64, we can come back to 839.91. And if we should break that level, 830.34. And if we break that, 830.701. And let's see how much Netflix normally moves per day. $21.52. That's why I said Netflix is really a decent, if you get in at the right time and out at the right time, you could possibly, make some decent profit on that entry and exit, and having the discipline to execute that is important. So again, we look at these, pre-market, and when the bell rings, anything is possible. It could change at any given moment. It just gives us a guide as support and resistance. We do have some inside day candles as of right now. AI is an inside day candle, and I did a video on that if you'd like to check that out for today. AI, again, is an inside day candle above 32.67, gives us an upside target of 33.05. Now to the downside, under 31.51 gives us 31.51, which is not far. So as you can see, we've already broken through that upside trigger pre-market. We've made a high of 32.80. We could very well keep climbing to reach this target. If you're trading AI, I say trade carefully. It is an inside day candle. Devon Energy is also, DVN is an inside day candle above 38.64, gives us an upside target of 38.74. Now to the downside, under 37.92 gives us a downside target of 37.34, and it's right there close to that 200 EMA. So, and it looks like it's trading in a gathering spot for us, so we can come down. If we break that level, we could very well continue to climb. And let's see how much Devon normally moves per day. $1.05, which is not big. It's not a big mover. However, it is an inside day candle today, y'all. So again, Google is also GOOG is an inside day candle. Let's see, above 197.08 gives us 197.87. Under 194.28 gives us 193.30. GOOG, or Alphabet Inc. C is an inside day candle, as well as A. Alphabet Inc. A is also an inside day candle for today. 195.47. If we break that, 196.40. Under 192.82 gives us a downside target of 191.76. So if you trade Google, Alphabet today, it is an inside day candle. So again, y'all, I do these videos because this is what I see when I look at the market. This is the SPY. We're having trouble again, this 30-minute chart. We're having trouble in this area. Breaking this level can send us back to this area, 595.97. Trade carefully today. In the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Again, this is what I see when I look at the market. There's so many different ways to trade the market, and what's important or challenging sometimes is finding the strategy that works best for you. So I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, y'all, because we learn and we grow together. I say that often, right? So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.